Much like Olivia Benson and Elliot Stabler, auditors can think of themselves as detectives. Instead of trying to solve a crime, however, auditors are trying to solve for fair and accurate presentation in the financial statements. As a detective, you might investigate a crime by considering all the facts and circumstances at the crime scene. Let's take, for instance, a robbery at a jewelry store. First, you'll meet with the people involved and understand whether there were any controls in place to prevent a robbery, such as a lock on the front door, a passcode on the sealed vault, or a hired security guard. Through inquiry and inspection, you determine whether the controls were designed and operating as intended. Where a control breaks down, you refine your risks and can begin to narrow the focus of your investigation. For instance, if the security guard never showed up during the evening of the robbery, then it's clear that the controls in place failed, and you can begin to identify risks and possible suspects. This would be similar to understanding controls and identifying likely sources of potential misstatements in an audit. As you dig into the facts, there are multiple tools you'll use to help solve the case. Sometimes, you may need to test the details. For instance, you might identify fingerprints and run a check against police databases to see if there's a match. This test of detail could be substantial in narrowing down the suspect. This would be similar to performing a test of detail in an audit. Tests of details can provide the appropriate audit evidence required, but these tests can take a lot of time and effort to design. Sometimes, there may be enough information available through inquiry, observation, and inspection to allow you to use your analytical skills to piece together information that creates plausible relationships to help solve the crime. The absence of the security guard the night of the robbery, the fact that only 3 people know the passcode to the vault, the fact that 2 of those people also have a key to the front door of the store all help piece together a puzzle and narrow the possibilities. Using these relationships, you can begin to predict who the robber might be. Of course, you need to then obtain corroborative information to support your theory. This is similar to performing analytical procedures in an audit. You take information, and given the presence of plausible relationships, you then test your hypothesis and validate it with corroborative information. These can be effective and efficient tools when designed properly. So with that, let's dive into a few important reminders before we investigate analytical procedures.